Your Saturdays just got better. 7 hours of live streaming of football games.
Messi, 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 immens Messi. Encara Messi, 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 gol, 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 gol.
Featuring Premier League, La Liga, Ligue 1, Bundesliga, Serie A, and other league games in Europe. All you need to do is watch and listen to us on live football every Saturday from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Al-IyamoyeTv.
Good morning from this side. This is Sportville on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio, where we give you the latest news on the world of sports, particularly on football news, boxing, and table tennis. This is Al-IyamoyeTv, where we give you the latest on about that. So this morning is a pleasant morning to you, our viewers out there, our lovers. I do enjoy our programs on air. So this morning we'll be giving you the latest news that came up the hours yesterday through the night this morning. Today being the weekend, the best Saturday for you to know. Today has been a sports day, which everybody knows. Looking at the match that will come on from the English Premier League, from the La Liga side, Bundesliga, and the France Ligue 1, and from every part of the world. For today being the World Sports Day, which everybody knows, we always want to watch what will happen. You know, you supporting Chelsea, supporting Arsenal fan, Manchester City, Liverpool out there, and even Barcelona, Real Madrid, even Paris Saint-Germain. You all lovers out there. You know, today has been the best. For tomorrow now, Super Sunday is coming up in English Premier League. We'll talk about that when we move to that. But this morning, I just have to pick up the latest news that got to us from all of the news, which is about Sir Alex Ferguson. We said R.I.P. Wife of Manchester United legend Sir Alex Ferguson passed 6 away at age of 84. That is Lady Cathy Ferguson. The wife of former Manchester United manager Sir Alex Ferguson has died. The Ferguson family confirmed the news in a statement released to the PA News Agency on Friday afternoon. That was yesterday. We are deeply saddened to confirm the passing yesterday of Lady Cathy Ferguson, survived by her husband, 3 sons, 2 sisters, 12 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchildren, the statement read. The family asked for privacy at this time. It's unfortunate I couldn't give you the picture of Sir Alex Ferguson with the family. The family asked for privacy at this time. Manchester United statement, everyone at Manchester United sent their heartfelt condolence to Sir Alex Ferguson and his family on the passing of Lady Cathy, our beloved wife, mother, sister, grandmother, and great-grandmother, and a tower of strength for Sir Alex throughout his career. There was a news that came up. When this happened, a lot of news will come down to you, which I have a news with me here, which talks about the 2 of them, which says that Lady Cathy was the power behind the most successful man in the history of English football. The woman who talked Sir Alex Ferguson out of retirement in 2001, and the reason he eventually stepped down as Manchester United manager 11 years back. Throughout her husband, unparalleled sources, Lady Cathy remained out of the spotlight, content in her role as a mother of their 3 boys and later as a grandmother and great-grandmother. But Sir Alex Ferguson was in no doubt how important his wife's quiet influence over 57.5 years of marriage was to his achievements in the game. Without a down-to-earth attitude to life and unstintingly support, none of it would have been possible, even if that was what they were telling us there. If it wasn't Lady Cathy behind Sir Alex Ferguson, nothing could have been done by Sir Alex Ferguson. She was the backbone for Sir Alex Ferguson throughout his career, which she has been there. If you have a good wife, a good supportive to you, in everything you lay your hands on, you will always be you always become the best. People will be like, oh, how did you do it? Just because you have a good man. There's an adage which says, behind a successful man, there must be a good, a responsible, a reasonable, a helpful, a woman out there. But without that, can you be able to do all this? So we have to give you a match report. That's all about Sir Alex Ferguson. She died at the age of 84 years. So, the Manchester United match that will come up today, Manchester United against Brentford. They have to pay a condolence, a 1 minute silence to the mother, and they have to be on their black armband, which will be given to all Manchester United players, even those that are on the bench. They will have to have it on them. They have to pay the last respect to the best manager, which is Sir Alex Ferguson. We are talking about Lady Cathy, who passed away at the age of 84. Now moving away from there, there's a news as well which came up from the Premier League side. The Premier League make major change to VAR protocol this weekend to avoid mistakes. How could that be happening? The Premier League have announced that a major change to the VAR protocol in light of the fiasco involving Liverpool and Tottenham last week. VAR bosses will now have to confirm their decision with the VAR assistant before a decision is made from now on. The change comes after the PGMOL apologized for the wrongful application of VAR to rule out lose the Hearts' first half goal against Tottenham Hotspur last week. After Liverpool requested audio of the mistake was released, it emerged that the error occurred after VAR operator Darren England threw out the on-field decision was to give the goal. In actual fact, the linesman had raised his flag, so the words "share complete" essentially meant VAR approved the decision to disallow the goal. After the mistake, the PGMOL said on Tuesday they would be reviewing the protocol going forward. Going forward, the chief VAR operator, which have to confirm the decision, was his assistant, Everett Hall. Operator, before they communicate the decision back on the field to referee. It's hoped that this other part of the process will provide clarity on each decision and rebuild trust in VAR as a system, something that was harmed in the event of at Tottenham. The debate over ruling Diaz go offside has rumbled all week, and Saul Klopp asked about his view on the event before Thursday Europa tie against Union Saint-Gilloise. In this press conference, Klopp said he believed that VAR has failed so emphatically in Liverpool's game against Tottenham that he would have liked to see the game replayed. That was where I want to come up about this. For Jurgen Klopp to say he wants the game to be replayed. Could that be possible? How is that? How can that be possible? The game has been played. If that should be, if the FIFA should just see and look into that and said, okay, game should be replayed. A lot of things will just happen in the world of football as it is now. The complaint will start coming in because this has been happening not before now. A lot of us happened in the world of football before today. We have to talk about Tottenham, and there was a match, Liverpool against Chelsea, the first game played this season. A lot of complaints come about that. Some matches as well, which complaints has come to that, which they were like the game. So if it should be approved that the game should be replayed, that means all the matches that has played before will also come to that and say we have to replay the match that has just been played. That is not possible for Jurgen Klopp. You just have to accept it as it is next time around. That is about Jurgen Klopp. So the VAR, I should just look into this VAR of a thing. This mistake has been happening, has been occurring consistently. Simultaneously, it has been happening to them. They should just look into that. I think, the last World Cup played, the Women World Cup, something happens. I just want to look at the Champions League, the way they do, the way when you're talking about when the VAR comes in, they want to check about the offside. Look at it. Look at how the line has been drawn. Now to EPL, we just have to look into that. Can you just invent such thing into the English Premier League as well? Let's just link into that. for you to clarify what is going on between the VAR and the referee on the pitch, on the field of play, so that a controversy like this could not be happening again. They should just look into that, because these complaints has been coming often and often. It's becoming unbearable for the coaches, for the players, because the match that just came up between Tottenham and Liverpool, which Diaz goals was ruled out. It wasn't an offside to see what when the audio was released. If you heard about the audio, you will see from the statement the referee just made a decision from himself, which Darren England also made a mistake from there. So they were all to be blamed for all what has happened. Now to move away from that, I just have to move to Paul Pogba with a test positive for testosterone to back up sample we face long-term ban. Head of all, Paul Pogba has been tested positive to back up sample. The French midfielder tested positive for a hormone that increased athletes' endurance a month ago and had been provisionally suspended. It had for counter-analysis to be carried out, and the result came out just now. It is indeed positive. Juventus will now decide how to proceed with his contract, as Pogba faces risk of long-term ban, which could be 2 to 4 years. A previous statement from Juventus confirmed that initial positive test. The statement read, Juventus Football Club announced that today, September 11, 2023, the football Paul Pogba received a precautionary suspension order from a national anti-doping tribunal following a result of tests carried out on August 20, 2023. The club reserved the right to consider the next procedural step. Pogba's latest episode continues a turbulent time at Juventus since he returned to the Italian club following his Manchester United exit in 2022. You know, he joined Juventus on a free transfer, but now he has been suspended for 2 to 4 years because of what is happening. They will look into that and see what could happen to Paul Pogba. You know, Paul Pogba, since when he left Manchester United, Lord, he has not been able to play that much for Juventus. He's having a lot of problems, a lot of issues coming to Paul Pogba from there, which I'm so sorry for him, for what has happened to him. Now let me just move into FIFA World Best. You know, let me just give you the latest update on that, which said Osimhen makes last 12-man shortlist for FIFA World Best. Good luck to our Nigerian football player, Victor Osimhen. Good luck to Nigerian football team as a whole. We have Osimhen in the FIFA World Best, the last 12-man shortlist. Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen alongside 11 other top players made the last 12 players shortlisted for the best FIFA football award. Meanwhile, his compatriot Asisa Toshuala, the Super Falcon and Barcelona striker, failed to make the last 12 in the women category. Let me just list the 11 players that remain, which is Julian Alvarez of Manchester City, Marcelo Brozovic, Kevin De Bruyne, Ilkay Gundogan, Erling Haaland, Rodri. Manchester City dominated all. You know, they have Julian Alvarez, they have Kevin De Bruyne, Ilkay Gundogan, former Manchester City player before moving to Barcelona, Erling Haaland of Manchester City, Rodri of Manchester City. You know, we have Kvaratskhelia of Napoli, Kylian Mbappe of Paris Saint-Germain, Lionel Messi of Inter Miami, Victor Osimhen of Napoli, Declan Rice of Arsenal, and Bernardo Silva of Manchester City also. From the last 12 nominees of FIFA Best Women Player Award, we have Aitana Bonmati, Linda Caicedo, Rachel Daly. We have Kadian Tone Diani, Katan Ford, Mary Fowler, Alex Greenwood, Jennifer Amoso, Lindsay Oran, Amanda Insati, Lauren James, Sam Kerr, Mapi Leon, and Aitana Miyama and Selma. We have all that as FIFA Best Player Award nominees for 12 shortlists, which remain to be played, which they will choose from there. We will move to the last 10, the last 6, the last 5. Now we will move to the best FIFA Player of the Year, which will be announced very soon, which everybody will know from its or her side. Well, we good luck to Victor Osimhen for making the last 12-man shortlist from there. Now let me just move to Manchester United news, which is Sancho eyes his face as he arrived to train away from Manchester United first team. They were being asked by Every Ten Hag Will Sancho be involved in the team? He said no. Sancho presently is not in the squad. Probably is leaving by January from Manchester United team. Jadon Sancho ailed away from the camera as the winger reported to Carrington at the same time as his teammate, despite trailing away from Erik ten Hag first team squad. Sancho has been banished to work on his own in the academy after falling out with Erik ten Hag by publicly challenging the manager's reason for dropping in for the squad at Arsenal earlier this month. He still has not given Erik ten Hag the apology he is demanding and remains out of the Hag first team plan. Manchester United will be seeking to bounce back from another challenge this week on the pitch after 1-0 home defeat by Crystal Palace before a sharp 3-2 Champions League loss against Galatasaray. The Red Devils host Brentford in the Premier League on Saturday as they bid to return to winning ways. Anthony could be set to return to Premier League action after the Brazilian came on as a late substitute in the Champions League in midweek against Galatasaray. He had not featured for the club for a month after allegations were made against him of domestic abuse against 3 women. I've spoken with the police in Brazil and the UK. Antonio returned to training last week. The winger was among the stars to report to Manchester United Carrington training based on Friday. Luxor was also spotted driving into Carrington ahead of Brentford clash as the left back continues to recover from injury. These are the news that came on from Manchester United. So Sancho is not among the squad to be played against Brentford. Presently, he is out of the team, which Erik ten Hag says he is not involved in his first 11. Even on the bench, he is not involved in there. Before we move on to the next news given out to you, let me just go on a commercial break. After that, I'll give you the match report that came on yesterday and those that are coming up today, which will predict who are to win because Super Sunday, that is match coming up against Manchester City versus Arsenal. We will predict on that. We will see what will happen. Who is to win? Even matches that are coming up today, who is to win? Who do you think will win the match? If you predict on there, just put on a prediction on the live comment on Facebook there, even on YouTube, which we have it there. Just put your comments there. Let's have a prediction. The winner will go on with something. Let's just go on a commercial break. When we come back, we'll give you the latest news on that. Thanks for watching.
Thousands have been disappointed severally in their bid to seek greener pasture abroad. To those quack in the traveling agency business, it is a rocket science. That is not our case at Tausaf Travels and Tour. We have in-depth details on how to successfully, without stress, help you process and secure your visa to anywhere in the world. Do you want permanent residential visa, visiting and tourism visa, student visa to places like Europe, America, Asia, Africa? It's no big deal to us at Tausaf Travels and Tour. Our years of experience and expertise speaks volume for us. Let's process and secure visa for you to UK, USA, and Canada within a twinkle of an eye. We offer Hajj and Umrah services to our Muslim faithfuls. What are you waiting for? Consult us at number 9 Tausaf Central Mosque, Sholanke Street, behind Laroy Hotel, Abiola Way, Abeokuta. 0802 733 0900 or 0806 578 4060. Stop wasting money. Pay for peace of mind. Talk to Tausaf Travels and Tour.
Gbogbo aláfẹ́ tó gbayì tó fẹ́ wọṣọ yìí ṣoge tó bágbàmú ló ń kọjá lọ sí House of Zion. House of Zion, the name I know when we talk of top-notch fashion, quality materials and class. House of Zion, lẹ́tí máa rójúlówó Turkey wears, Egypt and Malaysia clothing, Dubai, àwọn designer bags lóríṣiríṣi, àwọn ìtẹ̀lẹ̀ bàtà tó jiná tí wọ́n fawọ́ original ṣe, àwọn aago kájọ́ tó ń ka wákàtí ọjọ́, designer sunglasses and perfumes, pẹ̀lú àwọn gbogbo nǹkan tóbìnrin àsìkò fi ń gbafẹ́ lò gbà. Mo débẹ̀ ojú mi ń ṣe kámi, èmi ni ó rà, èmi ni ó mú. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin mùsùlùmí ẹlẹ́sìn tẹ́ gbòógì gbọ́n pa fashion tẹ́ wá nílò jàlábíà, hijab àti àbáyà lóríṣiríṣi. House of Zion lẹ́ ò ti rí gbogbo ẹ̀ rà. House of Zion wà ní 52 Ọlọ́run ṣògo road adjacent Redeemed Church Agape Parish Ọlọ́run ṣògo Abẹ́òkúta. Lórí Instagram House of Zion 08165688618. House of Zion, ilé ìtajà tá a ti ń tojúlówó aṣọ àti nǹkan aṣaralóge tí ń gbéni níyì.
Wayne Rooney out of this world.
Your Saturdays just got better. 7 hours of live streaming of football.
Welcome back from the commercial break that we just went on. Thank you for still watching this program on air, Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. We are here to serve you right. You can join us from live on the air. You can also bring your adverts to us. Let's use us to upgrade your own business. Just bring it to Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. You know, it will be seen all over the world, because Facebook and YouTube, Instagram are not just meant for Nigeria alone. They're meant for all over the world. So you can just join us for more, which people will see your business from all over the world. Now let me just move, before moving to the match report that came out yesterday, let me just give you the news which got to us. We know Manchester United or Nana will never be consistent. It's either brilliant or disastrous. You know, there's a news which before that, can Manchester United goalkeeper Andre Onana return to form against Brentford today? That's a big question. Much has been made of Andre Onana's struggles in goal of Manchester United this season. The big summer signing, who's third for Inter Milan in their run to the Champions League final earlier this year, was brought in to show up the Red Devils' last line of defense in the summer. Coming in when David De Gea left Manchester United, but has he been proving himself as the #1 goalkeeper for Manchester United? Should that be yes or no? Since Andre Onana and David Raya made serious blunder on Tuesday, leading to Champions League defeat for Manchester United and Arsenal, may have been asking that question. What's the question? Is there any sensing modern obsession with goalkeepers using their foot so much? Onana's poor pass led to Casemiro being sent off and United conceding a penalty on the way to their own reverse against Galatasaray. And after Raya came up of his area to play a straight pass, which led to a lens equalizer, Arsenal slid to their first loss of the season. So why did Erik ten Hag get rid of world-class shot stopper in David De Gea and sign Andre Onana? And why Mikel Arteta signed Raya and benched Aaron Ramsey, who was excellent last season? They were talking about Raya and Andre Onana. You know, we were talking about keeper goalkeeper using the foot. Looking at this now, the two keeper, they made a blunder. That was last Champions League match played. The passes that was given led from Andre Onana led to Casemiro red card. The one from David Raya led to where Lens made a goal scoring for the last match, which they won against Arsenal. What could have been? And the news came to me which says Marcus Rashford could be asked by Ten Hag for Manchester United clash against Brentford. Manchester United striker Marcus Rashford could be dropped for Saturday's clash with Brentford, reports have said. After a career best 30 goals in 2022-2023, Rashford has scored just 1 in 9 games so far this season in a United side that have failed to live up to expectation. The Red Devils sit 10th in the league after losing 4 of their opening 7 games, while their hopes of reaching the Champions League knockout round look slim after losses in their opening 2 group games. Rashford could now make a way as Ten Hag looks for a solution, with the Sun reporting that Alejandro Garnacho or Anthony Martial could replace him on that left wing. Martial came out of the bench for the English striker in United last Premier League games 1-0 loss to Crystal Palace, while Garnacho replaced him in the midweek loss to Galatasaray. You know, Erik ten Hag, you know, I've been talking about this Marcus Rashford since Manchester United started the season. He has not been performing well for Manchester United. That is Marcus Rashford. He has not been giving them the best which they needed from him. He has not been giving them the best which they wanted from him. Looking at it now, if he is benched today, let's see what Manchester. You know, there was a match which Manchester United played against Crystal Palace. That was which Manchester United they won perfectly at the Carabao Club. Look at, in the absence of Marcus Rashford, they brought in Garnacho, they used Pellistri, Hannibal, Medri Alibert. Look at the match played against Crystal Palace. From the Carabao Cup, look at it likely to the one they played against Crystal Palace at the English Premier League using Marcus Rashford. Starting up those players, look at that. Because those players, when they played in the Carabao Cup, they played which they wanted to win. They were like fighting for the chance. But Marcus Rashford believed he knows everything. He can do this. Without him, Manchester United is nothing. Could that be so? Could that be the best of him? I think he should be able to prove himself here at Manchester United. You know, let me move on from that and give you on the match that came up yesterday against from the Saudi Pro League and Nassau against the match was played 2-2. Tito match was played which Otavio Talisca had the main goal scoring and Sad Bajou and Ekambi for Abdia. And Empoli against Udinese, they played yesterday, which they played 0-0, which is 0-0. From Saudi Pro League as well, we have Al-Ittihad against Al-Ahli, which Al-Ahli, you know, they brought in so many players from Al-Ahli. In the playoff, we have St. Maximin, we have Mahrez, we have Firmino. You know, a lot of players. There were where Benjamin also went to Al-Ahli. They won against Al-Ittihad of which is they are the manager of which is former Liverpool manager Steven Gerrard of Al-Ittihad. That is of Al-Ittihad, but it's Al-Ittihad club which Al-Ahli won against. We have also from Bundesliga, we have Mönchengladbach against Mainz 05, which plays also 2-2. Leeds against Sassuolo from Serie A, they played 1-1 with Atletico Club, which Atletico Bilbao won 3-0 against Almeria. Strasbourg against Nantes. Strasbourg was defeated by Nantes 1-0. Now today match that will come on in English Premier League, we have Luton against Tottenham by 12:30 p.m. That is for 12:30 p.m. in La Liga. We have Cadiz against Girona. From the Serie A, we have Inter Milan against Bologna. From the Bundesliga, we have Augsburg against Darmstadt. From the Bundesliga, we have Dortmund against Union Berlin, Leipzig against Bochum, Stuttgart against Wolfsburg. From the EPL by 3:00 p.m., we have Burnley against Chelsea. The tough match for Chelsea. Will Chelsea win the match? They won last match. Let's hope Chelsea, because this is Burnley at their home and they are also struggling for the winning. They are just only one match this season. That is Burnley, and they also want to win. And Chelsea is still struggling as well. You know, because they won against Fulham last Monday without giving them the chance to win against today. That's a big test for Mauricio Pochettino and the players. Could this be a winning for you? If you can just win the match, it will be a good for them. By 3:00 p.m. we have Everton against Bournemouth, Fulham against Sheffield United, Manchester United against Brentford. A big test for Manchester United because Brentford has also been at the best. They are also struggling as of the last season, which they had Invertoni. But this season, without Invertoni, they have been struggling as well. Mbeumo Wissa has not been giving them the best of which we expected them to do. But Manchester United against Brentford today, would there be a winning side for Manchester United? We hope so. Let's just believe that could be a winning for Manchester United. So my own prediction on Burnley against Chelsea, I predicted Chelsea to win. And for Manchester United against Brentford, I predicted Manchester United to win against Brentford. Now into La Liga, we have Real Madrid against Osasuna. And the League One, we have Metz against Nice. From there, well, let me just move to Serie A. We have Juventus against Torino. By 5:30 in the English Premier League, Crystal Palace against Nottingham Forest. In the La Liga by 5:30 as well, we have Mallorca against Valencia. By 5:30 again, we are in the Bundesliga, we have Werder Bremen against Hoffenheim. Now in the Serie A, by 7:45, we have Genoa against AC Milan. We have in the La Liga Sevilla against Rayo Vallecano. Now the last, which is League One, France League One, we have Reims against Monaco. But tomorrow, the match which everybody wants to watch, which everybody wants to look at, in the English Premier League, we have Brighton against Liverpool. A big match for Liverpool, a big match for Brighton. Brighton has been at the best the season. But since they lost their last Europa League, which they lost, they have not won any match since they lost that. They lost that from Carabao Cup against Chelsea. They lost the last match. They lost to Aston Villa 6-1. That has been a big match. Now today, Brighton wants to win. They want to win. Now to Liverpool as well, they need winning as well. Who is to win between the two? For me to predict, I'll just predict on draw. For me, I'll predict on draw for Liverpool side and Brighton. West Ham against Newcastle. Who are you going for? Newcastle, they defeated Paris Saint-Germain, which everybody, no one ever believed Newcastle would defeat Paris Saint-Germain, because Paris Saint-Germain is a big club to Newcastle. We believe the match could end up in winning for Paris Saint-Germain ahead of Newcastle. Now West Ham against Newcastle, who is to win that? To me, I will just predict a draw as well, because I can't just believe West Ham would defeat Newcastle. And for me, Newcastle cannot defeat West Ham. To me, I would predict a draw. Wolves against Aston Villa. Aston Villa to go back to their winning ways, on winning side from there. How we have in the La Liga, we have Atletico Madrid against Real Sociedad. From the Bundesliga, we have Bayer Leverkusen against Cologne. The match to watch by 4:30. Everybody wants to know what will happen between the Gunners, which is Arsenal, against the blue side of Manchester City. Manchester City, Arsenal at home. They are coming to the Gunners side. Who is to win between Arsenal and Manchester United? This is a prediction. I want everybody to predict the match. If you can just predict and win by the next coming up on Sportville, you have a gift, which we will call it out, and we'll have a gift given up to you. Arsenal against Man City. Who are you going for? If for me to predict, I'm not saying anything, because I don't know what to say between Arsenal and Manchester City at the moment. I can't even predict what will happen between the two sides. No, so if were to be you, what will you predict? Just go on there. Go to Al-IyamoyeTv and radio on Facebook. Even if it's on YouTube, go there and predict who is to win the match between the two sides. Between me and you, who are you going for? Are you an Arsenal fan, or are you a Man City fan? Who are you going for to win the match between the two? All right, thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. Also, Sportville today. This is Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. You know, I do say it out. You can also bring your advert of your business. You can call up to us. Call on our numbers. We have a studio line, which is 07069404690. An individual number, mine. If you want to know about it, you can call me on the 08132262372 to ask more about this. We'll give you at a cheap price. Let's just come to you. Let's talk about this. We come for advertisement, a video advertisement. And if it is audio, you can also come by. Let's just give you the best out of it. Let's use us to upgrade your business and bring up your advertisement to our radio station. This is Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. We'll always give you the best, as you have known. Outside from this, Fresh Light is coming, Smart Kid is coming. Do stay with us and enjoy a lot of our program. We give you the best from Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Thank you for listening and thank you for joining. Good morning.
Wayne Rooney out of this world.
Your Saturdays